Economies across Southeast Asia continue to exhibit strong growth rates on the back of buoyant domestic demand. Malaysia's GDP grew last year by 6.4%, while Thailand reported growth of over 6% in 2012. Growing economies create increased demand for electricity from both industry and domestic consumers, with Thailand, for example, expecting to see investments of over $50 billion in its energy sector in the next few years. Welcome to the 21st PowerGen Asia and its co-located Renewable Energy World Asia in the dynamic city of Bangkok. I'm Dr. Heather Johnstone. With this increased demand, countries are presented with numerous challenges to address, ranging from how to secure fuel supply to adopting and adapting clean power generation. It is these issues which have been tackled at this year's keynote session. Let's connect with Nigel Blackaby, Penwell's Director of International Conferences, to recap on the discussions.
Well, thanks, Heather. PowerGen Asia got off to a flying start with a first-class keynote session attended by around 450 delegates. Dr. Twarith Sutabar from Thailand's Department of Alternative Energy Development and Efficiency put Thailand's energy challenge into perspective when he explained that without a new direction, the country was heading towards virtual total energy import dependence by 2030. We also heard from EGAT's new governor, Sunchai Kumnunsat, who was giving his first speech to an international audience since his appointment in September. And he was mainly focusing on the extent of economic and population growth across Asia and the additional demand for power that goes with that. Next to speak was Dr. Piasawat Amnarand, and before the keynote I asked him about his current activities in promoting biomass as a fuel resource.
We have probably been quite successful, I think, in Thailand in promoting various types of renewable energy over the past 20 years or so, beginning with biomass, biogas, and so on. And now we are seeing enormous growth, I think, and also in the future for solar and wind energy. At the moment, biomass is the most important. Biogas is also very important, but I think we are probably exhausting the supplies already.
Marcus Lorenzini from Siemens was the last to speak, and he presented a fascinating analysis of how the energy system has become much more complex in recent years. Plus, he previewed a power report that Siemens will release shortly, which identifies different characteristics of the world's power markets. In the conference itself, attendance has actually been running really high in both technical and strategic sessions. And that's included the impact of shale gas exploration on Asia's power sector, the continuing chasm between the price of coal and gas in the region, which is driving investment decisions, and the requirement for more flexible and dispatchable power to deal with the balancing the intermittent resources coming from renewable energy. Back to you, Heather.
Thank you, Nigel. The points about the seriousness of the Thai government to grow its green energy was reflected by EGAT. We caught up with Mr. Sunchai Kumnunsat to learn more.
I think that now the government already have the policy like the solar rooftop for 200 megawatt. We open for the small producer, for the household user. That someone said that now he's not a consumer anymore, but maybe prosumer, producer and consumer at the same time. That we promote on that. I think that we have to balance also for renew and base load generation. Because if we drive more renewable, everyone knows that we will affect to our electricity system, also affect to the pricing system also. That I think that we have carefully balanced on that.
This year at PowerGen Asia in Bangkok, Thailand is the first year for the PowerGen Asia franchise. We're actually launching a dedicated industrial water track. Water worldwide is known as a big demand and challenge for power producers. The idea of this track is to showcase the best and most leading water technologies when it comes to water usage in power generation. So the idea is people can come to this track, power producers, and they can think like, if they have operation and maintenance issues within water treatment technology, they can come and get advice, see the latest players and technologies in action, and come away with more ideas about what's going on within the water sector.
There were several innovations and product launches at this year's PowerGen Asia and Renewable Energy World Asia. Alstom introduced their advanced circulating fluid bed boiler.
At first, this is a fuel flexible technology. We increase the efficiency by providing supercritical and ultra supercritical steam parameters combined with a larger size of CFB product. And we reduce the environmental footprint, the CO2. And we have a very clean technology with inherent low NOx emission, low SOx with a limestone injection system, and we have a complete package of technology to improve the NOx reduction and SOx reduction with our proprietary Essentia for NOx and for SOx. We have the patented dry scrubber NID.
Foster Wheeler celebrated the completion of several installations of their CFB offering.
Foster Wheeler has been supplying CFB boilers now for 35 years, and we have the largest reference list. We have built over 450 CFB boilers in the market today, and we've learned a tremendous amount. Since 2009 is when our first large-scale supercritical CFB went online in Poland. It's been running great ever since. It's the biggest one in the world and the most advanced one in the world right now. CFB is a type of technology that you just can't design right the first time. You have to design it, you have to build it, you have to find the problems and then redesign it over and over again. You can't get that from a manual or a training. You have to live and experience, because the CFB technology requires a lot of art, a lot of experience, and we have it.
We had a couple of announcements this morning. The first one was around our advanced gas pad solution for our 9F and 9E customers. We've had which is our 50 hertz gas turbine fleet around the world. For a number of years, we've had a solution in place for our 7F 60 hertz customers. We're now taking the learnings and the successes of that product and rolling it out to the 9F and 9E. So we've just announced our first order for the 9F solution, which is with a large utility company in Turkey called Enka Power, for a fleet of 10 units in Turkey.
GE is introducing new hardware products. They're coming typically along with new software products as well, and we brand these under the brand Predictivity. And the idea behind Predictivity is that advancements in hardware are leading to more smart machines. In fact, by 2020 you'll see 50 billion machines around the world that are connected to a network or to the internet. And our equipment is no different. It's going to be connected, and that connectedness allows us to both receive data but also to be able to push analytics out to control systems and health monitoring systems.
And with this, we come to the end of another successful PowerGen Asia and Renewable Energy World Asia. Next year, the event moves back to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. We hope to see you there. Until then, stay inspired. Goodbye.